welcome to your daily dose of caffeine. This is Smell the Coffee with your host, Diana Master, alongside a face you know, but don't really get to see quite often. I'm here with Yolanda now.
Hey.
Good morning.
I am usually behind the scenes.
Yes.
But this is a special occasion.
It's a special occasion.
And
Please tell us why.
Then I like to join you in front of the screen because it's finally Expo.
It's finally
kicking
Expo.
off this afternoon.
Yes, and we are definitely excited. I mean, we have so much to look forward to, the different stalls. What are you most looking forward to this Expo?
I love the tourism industry because it really attracts people from all over the world to come and visit our beautiful Namibia.
Yes.
And our tourism industry is the economic driving force for me, for the economy.
Definitely.
And I love the people getting together. And we don't only have Namibian businesses that came here, we also have international guests and guests from Africa. And I love that everyone is under one roof and you can see what everyone else is all about.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. I'm actually really excited. I think, of course, because it's taking place over the span of 3 days, so you have 3 days of non-stop excitement, I would say.
But there's also networking sessions
Yes.
during the morning and also focusing on different aspects of the tourism industry, and then always entertainment for the evening vibe.
For the evening vibe, I mean the Carnival of Flames.
I know, I'm so excited about that.
I am definitely excited. I'm gonna be front row. I'm gonna be, from like way back. I'm like, yeah.
I'll be at the back with you because I'm not sure how my kids is going to
react to the
fire.
Definitely. But you did speak of international guests and guests from Africa. Speaking of, after the break, we have an interview with Dr. Elna. Yes, and she is the
executive mayor from the Cape Winelands District Municipality.
And we are definitely excited. We're going to hear, I did get to speak to her earlier, and she said the aim is to get more people to visit Western Cape.
Yes, so just a reminder, we are live here at the Vintu Country Club, and the viewers can't see this, but we actually for the first time have live in-studio guests.
Yes, so that is very interesting. But we will be back after this short break with an interview with Dr. Elna. Stay tuned.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouthwatering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined with Dr. Elna, and she is the executive mayor of the Cape Winelands District Municipality. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Yolanda. My name is Elna von Schlicht, and we are delighted to be here with you in Namibia, flying in, enjoying the absolutely amazing free skyline of Namibia. It's wonderful to be here.
What can we expect at your stall this year?
What can we expect at our stall? We are very excited to come here and really market the region of the Cape Winelands District Municipality. That is one of 5 districts in the Western Cape, outside of the metro of Cape Town, of course down in South Africa, down under. And we would like to entice the potential Namibian tourists to really come to us and to visit and to see, and also to invest some money in our area.
You also have 2 others joining your stall. Tell us more about that.
We have 2 partners that we brought along also to come and share their products with the Namibian people. First of all, it is the Brewed Valley Local Municipality who sends Scooby and Elizabeth, Skuman. They have a wonderful olive farm in the area of Cape Winelands, and they do amazing things with olives there. From the normal virgin oil that they press, Also olive pesto, olive jam, many other olive projects, but also olive biltong. Can you believe that? Olive biltong.
Oh, now I need to go make
Yes,
it
so we
there.
invite you to come to our stall, stand 29 to 32. Really come enjoy the olive biltong. And the other part is also then painted wolf wines. This is where wine and conservation meet. This is a wonderful estate in the Cape Winelands. They do wine, of course, but also they pay a lot of investment into the conservation of the African dog. And we appreciate that really very much. So they also have their wine there, distinct wines. And again, come and enjoy a glass of wine at the Cape Winelands store.
Can you tell us why is it important for you as a municipality to come to expos that are taking place in Namibia?
Yolanda, the Cape Winelands is a district, as I've already mentioned, and we have an economic development function where we have to make sure that we create an environment where people can flourish and where economy will grow. So we use tourism as that vehicle to do that. Hence, we are here to see how many people we can attract to come down to the Western Cape.
And why is tourism in general so important for your district municipality?
You will all know the same happened in Namibia with the COVID-19 disaster. We have lost so many people in our small district, nearly 3,000 people we have lost. And on a population of just under 1 million, that is quite significant. So many businesses had to close down. So we need now to pick that up. We are already really advanced in that way. But from a tourism point of view, for every 8 regular tourists that we receive in Cape Winelands, we can appoint 1 permanent job. That's why we really like our tourists to come to our area. And we have so much to offer, Yolanda, like our lovely lifestyle and leisure packages, our cuisine that we have there, the food that we have. Of course, we have also for the adventurous guys, we have a lot of adventure, zip lining, canoeing, mountain biking, mountain biking, cycling, and really very much adventurous stuff that they can come and do.
I love the Western Cape because I was actually born there. So I still have my family there and I visit quite often. But you told us a lot about what you have on offer. What are you looking forward to? Because I heard this is your second visit to Namibia.
Yeah, what we're really looking forward to, Yolanda, is that we've learned over the years that we were able to add these kind of expos, and specifically the Namibian Expo. We've built up a lot of networks, and we did good business afterwards. Namibia is our 5th biggest export country, next to Netherlands and Germany and China and United States. It's Namibia. So we really would like them to see that we can foster relationships going forward from this expo.
Dr. Elna, thank you so much for your time, and I will definitely come visit your stall and see what you have there.
Can I just end off with I was saying the Cape Winelands, we sing Cape Winelands, we have 1,000 things to do, and then some wine. Do come to our stall and taste our wines.
Thank you so much. We'll be back after the break.
Welcome to Active Kids, a daily TV show that sparks creativity, learning, and fun for young minds. With exciting activities and lessons, Active Kids inspires curiosity and a love for learning.
New face to the 150.
The perfect mix of play and education. Don't miss out on the fun. Tune in to Active Kids on NTV every weekday at 10 o'clock and let the adventure begin.
You're still watching Smell the Coffee. Now let's get into some freshly brewed news. Starting off, former Arsenal Academy player left tetraplegic and needs 24-hour care after his drink was spiked on a night out. A former Arsenal Academy player was left tetraplegic after his drink was spiked on a night out. Daniel Kane was a fit and healthy footballer and a qualified electrician, but after a night out with friends, the 23-year-old was hit by a life-changing travesty as a cardiac arrest stopped his brain of oxygen. On the night out on the 9th of June 2020, Daniel's friends noticed he looked a funny color and was not waking up, so attempted to perform CPR on him while the ambulance was called. When the ambulance arrived, they worked for 24 minutes before getting his heart beating again, but his brain and spinal cord were starved of oxygen, causing serious injuries.
Oh, what a disaster.
Right.
And I can't help but wonder, was that drink meant for him? Was it maybe meant for someone else?
It could have been meant for him, you know, because like they're saying, he was a footballer on the rise. It could have been a case of someone being jealous. But they always say, I actually read this on Instagram, they say that, remember, if your ice is sinking to the bottom, it means there's something in your drink.
Yes. But it just goes to show, even if we're going out, even if we're surrounded by people,
friends.
people we love, people that love us, we need to be vigilant.
But I just can't fathom why someone would do this.
It's beyond me to know that we as women, we're always on the alert when we go out. We have to cover our drinks with our hands. But
Yes.
now, no one's safe.
No one is safe. No one is safe because even men are victims.
Exactly.
And it just, like you're saying, we just have to be vigilant when we go out. And what scares me is that even if you get like bottled water, someone can easily inject something in there.
Exactly, because a needle goes through, you're not going to see
You're
it's
not going to see it's
leaking.
leaking. That is terrifying.
It's a scary, scary world out there.
It is.
Well, remaining with scary news, I also saw on Instagram. So AI is on the rise everywhere. And unfortunately, what they can do now is they can, especially with us in the broadcasting media, they only need like 20 seconds of your voice. They can pick up nuances, they can pick up projections on how you speak, mannerisms, with a 20-second video clip. And this is what happened overseas. This mother got a call and she just heard her child said, "Mom, help me, Mom, I messed up." And then you hear a man in the background say, "Lay still, don't say a word anymore." And this mom is assuming that her daughter was kidnapped.
Yes.
And now he wants $1 million to get her back. She's phoning her husband, she's phoning friends. Her daughter is fast asleep at home.
Are you
safe
serious?
and sound. They are just extorting money.
Using AI, I say AI terrifies me. Like people are like, no, you're overreacting. It shouldn't be like that. AI is actually good. You see, it's not good. I mean, it is good. But like in cases like that, where someone can manipulate that, what were the repercussions? Did they get arrested?
They never found the guy. He wanted $1 million and he came down to 50,000 until they realized she's
was a
safe and
scam.
sound. It's a scam.
They've
But
taken scams to a whole new level.
But the next person might not be that lucky. The
Yes.
next person might not have access to calling their daughter or their son or their partner and pay that money just to make sure they are really safe. And then that money is lost. Technology is just, it's just going way
it's
too
going
fast
way
for
too
me.
fast. I always say, I wasn't alive in the 80s, but I miss the 80s because in the 80s, people didn't have to worry about all of that. You know, now the flick of a button, literally, you can do so much on your phone. That's why we are so dependent on our phones. Have you noticed, if you leave your phone at home, you are disoriented for the rest of the day.
You turn around and you go back.
You go back because you are so disoriented because you rely on your phone and you rely on technology.
We are doing our work on our phones. I check the time on my phone because
doing
I don't
banking.
have exactly.
You're doing banking on your phone. Everything is on your phone, quite literally.
So no, AI also scares me. I wish it's the 80s again because
Yes.
I grew up in that era.
It was a good time.
It was a good time.
Like No, I relate. I understand. I fully understand.
My
I
mom
don't
rang
like-
the bell and said, okay, it's dinner time. You come in from the streets now because the streets were safe.
Exactly. But now you go out. You can't even stay out.
I
past four.
can't leave my kids in the street.
No, no, definitely not. Speaking of kids, a mom is warning parents after a tiny mark on a newborn turns out to be a sign of a deadly infection. A mother has given an urgent warning to parents after a small rash on her newborn turned out to be a sign of meningitis. The new mom first noticed the small mark did not turn white when she applied pressure to the area. After taking the baby to the hospital, she discovered that the mark was an early sign of meningitis. Tiny Hearts Education, an Australian parenting group, shared the mom's story on Instagram to warn other parents about seemingly harmless blemishes. They advised parents to roll a clear glass across the rash or mark to see if it turns white when pressure is applied. If it doesn't turn white, it could be a sign of bleeding underneath the skin. They said if the rash turns white, that means it blanches. A non-blanching rash doesn't turn white when pressed. If the rash is non-blanching, it means there's bleeding beneath the skin, and there are tests that should be done to rule out anything serious causing this.
The intuition of mothers.
Yes, the motherly intuition.
Seeing a blemish and thinking,
No,
that's not right.
that's not normal.
But how cool now, again, technology is helping her speak out. It's creating
Yes.
to give her a platform to warn others, for
Definitely.
us to be on the lookout for something small.
I mean, look at it. It's very tiny. If I had seen that, I would be like, oh, okay. You know, it's just another rash. And now
Bumps
I've
and
become,
bruises and-
you know, and now I've become so paranoid because literally anything could be a sign of danger.
Exactly.
And that, I can't sleep at night. How do you sleep at night? Now I'm there paranoid, like,
Look,
okay.
looking,
you're
where's
for blemish-
something else?
Where's something else? This seems a little odd. This seems abnormal. And we live in a time where medical care is so expensive.
Yes.
So not everyone is privileged enough to be able to take their child to the hospital at the first sign of something being wrong.
Exactly.
Because imagine, I'm not trying to throw shade or, you know, say something uncalled for, but imagine if you're to take a newborn with such a blemish to, for example, a government hospital. They're overworked, they're understaffed. They would see that and be like, listen, it's just, I don't know.
But we also have to look at the equipment when we look at what the health industry has available to them. I know of a case years ago when I started my journalism career where a child aged 8, she had cancer. They couldn't pick it up early enough and she was treated with Panado for her headaches.
Oh my goodness.
So no, serious intervention is needed
Definitely.
in our health ministry, and
Definitely.
I'm not saying everything is reliant on the government. The private sector needs to come on board and
as
help.
well. And you know, it's not just Namibia. We have a family friend who passed away because she was misdiagnosed in the UK. In the UK, a first world country, she was misdiagnosed. She had cancer, but they didn't know that she had cancer. And they said to her, I think they said it was a cyst, like just a polyovarian cyst.
Yes.
Only for her to find out later on that was already stage 4 cancer.
Wow.
And she passed away.
Oh, health issues.
You know?
In some lighter news.
Okay,
So,
we could use some lighter news.
so our colleague in the north, in Ongwediva, attended the first media event hosted by the Ongwediva Town Council.
Nice.
And they were actually bringing together the journalists on how to report on it, and she made a little video. Let's check it out.
Will only be won or lost in urban locality. And the truth is that this requires us to work together with all our partners and the stakeholders. With that, what we say, with unity of purpose. Because at the end of the day, we are all Namibians. At Ongwediva Town Council, the media are accommodated and are so allowed to perform their constitutional duties without any hindrance. This is evident through the communication strategy and the communication policy of our council. It is imperative to note that media freedom is a universal vehicle of democratic promotion should be taken with seriousness it deserves. Equally, the media are encouraged to perform their duties with due diligence, and I should emphasize that. It is through you, colleagues, partners, stakeholders, that our people out there, the masses out there, will know what we are doing here. Whether we are doing justice, if we are failing them, it will only be known through you in most cases. Therefore, I am saying it is very, very important for us to come together and understand each other. This event came at the right time when Obudiba Town Council strive to improve its communication strategy to be more engaged with the general public through both traditional media, social media, and other available platforms which convey information. And we all know information is power, just like knowledge.
We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with the entertainment. Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouth-watering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
Well, they say all good things must come to an end, and as much as it breaks our hearts to say goodbye, we do have to say goodbye and go explore.
We do have to, but before we do that,
Yes.
I am paging through this Beyond Borders Tourism Expo booklet, and I honestly cannot wait for the Tourism Expo to open
start,
up
yes.
at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Where are you going to head first? I need
Food.
to. Food.
Food. It's always food.
It's always food. I wouldn't say for me it's always food. For me it's always the drinks. Because, you know, I mean, with wine tasting, gin tasting, all of that, like, it makes me happy, I would say.
I would like to do that, but my kids are still so young, so I need to mom.
You need to mom.
I need to be able to mom after that gin tasting or wine tasting.
Exactly.
But it's the networking sessions are starting on Thursday.
Okay.
I want to head over to the walk-in travel group. They started last year, and it looks like a lot of fun. So this is for people that don't plan. So people who need accommodation like three days or 2 days before, like you can just walk in.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh, nice. I'm not that person. I like to plan everything to the T.
I don't.
Really? You're just spontaneous like that?
I've come to the conclusion that I can, in an hour and a half, pack my suitcase, my boys' suitcase, have the bikes in the boot, fill up the car, and we just go.
No, you're giving me stress and anxiety as you say all of that. I pack my bags 3 days before. And even then, I'm like, no, I feel like I forgot something. No, okay, wait. And I have a checklist of everything that I packed so that when I leave, I have everything.
I will be honest here, and I will say, I love doing that impulsiveness, but halfway through, wherever we're going, I'm like, I forgot something.
I forgot something.
It's usually the diapers.
Oh no, but diapers, you can get them anywhere. But that is it for today's lovely, exciting episode of Smell the Coffee with your host, Diana Massa, alongside Yolanda Nell. And we are now going to be checking out the Tourism Expo.
Exactly.
We get to get the behind the scenes, before everyone comes in.
Thank you that I could join you in front of the camera
I
again.
enjoyed it. Let's do this again on Friday.
We can do this again on Friday.
On that note, it's all our love, all our light, and adios.